Hi, I'm David Brandon, founder and managing lawyer here at Resolute Legal. I'm going to talk to you now about getting reimbursement for your legal fees and any case-related expenses for disability cases. Now, after watching this, you'll have a better sense of when you can and cannot get these types of reimbursements and how it might apply in your situation. Now, if you like this video, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you'll get our videos when they come out a couple times a week. So in the world of disability claims, there are situations when you can get a reimbursement towards the legal fees that you have to pay if you're successful. Now, it's important to know that this is not applicable in all situations. The only time you're able to get reimbursement of legal fees is when you're in a lawsuit situation. So it's when you're doing a legal appeal, when you've brought a lawsuit against the insurance company or your employer, are usually the most common situations. Outside of a lawsuit, generally you cannot get legal fees reimbursed. So that would include situations like CPP disability, workers' comp, and things like that. Or even if you are doing an internal appeal with the insurance company, you haven't sued them yet, but you've got a lawyer helping you with an internal appeal, you will not be able to recover those legal fees as part of any claim approval that you get from the insurance company. So it's important to know that reimbursement of legal fees, it happens only in a lawsuit, and it varies from province to province. Lawyers are regulated by each province, has different regulators for lawyers, and so each province has its own rules around how the courts operate and how these reimbursements work. There are two types of systems in Canada for how the reimbursements work. One is called a tariff system, and in those provinces that have tariff systems, the legal fee reimbursement is not based on your actual legal fee, it's based on the amount of money involved with the lawsuit. So if you have a disability lawsuit and you're claiming $100,000 in benefits, or you go to court and that's what you get, then they would have a chart that said if the amount involved in the lawsuit is this, then the legal fee reimbursement is this. So it has nothing to do with your actual legal expenses and more to do with the amount of money involved or what's at stake in the lawsuit. That's a common way that legal fees reimbursements will be calculated. The other way that legal fee reimbursements are calculated is in fact based on what your actual legal fee expenses are, and that's called an indemnity type situation. So in indemnity provinces, they will look at what were your actual legal fees, and then most often you're going to get a partial reimbursement, a partial indemnity of anywhere from 50 to 75% of your actual legal expenses, usually closer to 50 than 75. There are situations where you can get a substantial indemnity where it will go, you will get the base, they will figure out, okay, what is the partial indemnity amount, and they will times it by 1.5, and that can bring it up to a situation where you're getting even a kind of a boost even more. Now, the example I'm giving there is from Ontario, which does have a indemnity system. Indemnity systems for legal fee reimbursement result in much higher reimbursements of legal fees than the tariff jurisdictions. This is because the indemnity process is evolving. As legal fees change over time, it's always looking at what are the actual fees. And so it moves with the times. With these tariff provinces, often the tariffs haven't been updated for sometimes for 10 years or more, and they're based on what legal fees might have been 10 years ago, and you're getting a reimbursement now. So usually in provinces that have tariffs, you're gonna have a much lower percentage of your actual legal fees reimbursed as compared to provinces that go with indemnity. And that works both ways, because if you lose, you have to pay back their legal expenses. So if you're in a tariff province, you end up paying out less to them. But if you're in an indemnity, you could expect to pay a lot more depending on where your case is if you are ordered to pay back the other side's legal fees.